Hey everybody, thank you all for joining us. Let's Talk Soflo radio show. I am Dr. Karen Lewis, real estate broker with K1 Realty Group and one of the hosts on the show.
This is Alicia, aka Real Estate Her First. I'm also a host here at Let's Talk South Florida Real Estate.
Hi, and this is Tanika Moses, co-host of the South Florida Real Estate of Robin Bird Realty.
And thank you all for joining us. We're here every first and third Saturday at 11:30 a.m. And don't forget to download the app, WMBM 1490 AM. Good morning, South Florida. I am Dr. Karen Lewis. I am the broker at K1 Realty Group, and I am also one of the hosts on Let's Talk Soflo, which is South Florida Real Estate Radio Show. And I'm so excited to be here today. I have to give out my contact information. If you are thinking of buying or selling, or even if you want to become a real estate agent, phone number 954-248-9149, 954-248-9149. Social media is K1 Realty Group. We're going to have an awesome time today. So just get ready. Tamika, where my coffee?
I didn't even stop and get no coffee today.
Okay, all right. Tamika. All right, go ahead, Tamika.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tanika Moses. I'm the broker of Robin Bird Realty. I can be reached at 954-404-4646. My social media handles are Tanika Moses _ and Robin Bird Realty.
Awesome. And our other host, she's calling in all the way live.
Hi, everyone. It's Alicia Wright, a.k.a. Real Estate Her First on Instagram. Happy Saturday, everyone.
Awesome. And so we have our guest. We have a super guest, but not only do we have a super guest, we have a beautiful guest hanging out with us today. And that's our Madam President. But she's going to go ahead and introduce herself, and then we're just going to jump right in and start asking her all types of questions.
Good morning. My name is Sonya Hickman. I am your current 2022 president for the South Florida Board of Realtors, NAREB. If you want to know what NAREB is, it is the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I have been now the president for almost a year, and it's been an interesting ride. I am a real estate professional, and I am a realtor with eXp Realty.
Awesome. So you got three. It's a beautiful thing that real estate agents can come together, and we all at different brokerages, but we all have the same vision. So I love that all by itself. I have to give a shout out to Annie. Annie is listening all the way live from the Philippines. Ooh. Wow.
Yes,
Annie.
She's the one who sent out the email. Yes,
right. So thank you for the, because we have people from all over the world listening to us. So we're going to jump right in. So Madam President, first of all, thank you for coming. And it's NAREB. We call it short, NAREB, National Association of Real Estate Brokers. And we wanted to bring Madam Sonya on just to talk about a few things. And with that organization, we're called Realtists as opposed to Realtors. Long story short, because, some years ago, they didn't let us come through the door. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? They didn't let us come in, but now we can come through the door. We can sit at the boardroom table. What's one of the things, Sharon, tell us that?
If you're not on the menu, you are at the table.
All right.
I believe I said that right.
But if not, we're at the table. Okay, we are at the table. Okay, we're not on the menu. So that's Madam Sharon. So, Sonya, we're having a gala. We are having a gala. So I want you to start talking about that first. That's December the 14th. Tell us what your goal is. I know your theme this year. I want you to tell us about that because it's important for our listeners because they are part of it. And tell us the gala and then your goal, and then we'll start asking questions.
So this is a gala this year to give back to all of our sponsors, and it's also a fundraiser as well. A toy drive in addition to a fundraiser. My whole goal is to raise enough money to give back to our buyers. That's what NAREB is all about, democracy in housing and helping homeowners. So what I want to do this year is in 2023 starting, we'll have applications coming out for people that are going through the Bank of America program, people that are possibly going through any of our sponsors that we use, Chase, Citibank, TD, I don't want to miss anyone, but any of our mortgage professionals, PRMG, that are possibly utilizing funds, grant funds, NAREB wants to come in on the back end and give them up to $1,000.
Wow.
Now that $1,000, what we can do is we can give them up to $500 for an appraisal. We can give them up to $500 for an inspection, or they have the option of getting up to $500 for their insurance. Now, when you have first-time home buyers, we all know that it becomes very challenging. I've talked to Mark Williams of PRMG, David, I've talked to all of the different lenders out here. First-time home buyers, sometimes single parents, 2-3 kids, car breakdown, got to pay the rent still, and you're still trying to buy a house.
You're still trying to buy a house.
And then you got the lender calling you and say, hey, I need your credit card because I got to charge $500 for your appraisal.
And then you say, what?
Exactly.
I don't have it.
Right.
I got to pay the rent.
Right.
I know.
Then you got me come soon as we go into contract. Okay, listen, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 4 inspectors. Call them and interview them and pay them.
And pay them, right. Give me your credit card.
Right. So then at the end, you got insurance.
Yes.
You got to pay your house. I'm not talking your mortgage insurance. I'm talking insure this property so that nothing happens to it.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
It's because the process, once you're under contract, it goes so fast. And you start credit card. Hey, I need this to pay for this, I need to pay for that. So this is an awesome grant program that you created.
And it's something that we haven't done in a while in NAREB, and I want to make sure that we are helping the people. That's what we're here for, is to help the people. And when I pass the baton over to Madam VP, the program will be in full swing. She can add her twist to it. We want to bring people happiness. We want to make people homeowners. We want to make the process as stressful as possible. We know that we are in a recession. It may get worse. It may get better. We don't know. We only God knows what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Wow.
They're talking about the interest rates may go up again, but we're not going to let that bother us, the interest rates, because we're going to marry these houses and we're going to date the rates.
That's right. That's the phrase right now.
That's the right.
Marry the house and date the rate. Wow, isn't that something? Alicia, you're really supposed to be in here because you might be next in line. I have Madam President, and then next to me I have Madam VP President of NAREB. Boy, I got some powerhouses. Oh, man, I got some powerhouses connected to me. That's what you're supposed to do when you're at the table. Alicia, before I start talking, do you want to say anything in reference to that? Okay, so Alicia.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, I was saying not much to say. It's pretty good to see NAREB is giving back to the community and giving back to the people. So I'm really excited to hear that news, and looking forward to seeing what happens next.
Wow, I love it, and because I hear it. This is one of the things that I always say is that normally when people want to do things and you can hear it in their heart, you can hear their passion about what you want to do. And this is why, we tell our audience, let me put my glasses on. Or somebody, y'all know I got to put my glasses.
We know, yeah,
what's the, okay, phone number, 305-769-1100. I say this is the information we want to give out to the community, that we're here for you all. NAREB, National Association of Real Estate Brokers, we're literally here for you all to help you all with that, to help you have your home buying experience in a smooth process, to be able to, not only that, to be able to educate you, and somebody that wants to give you some money to help you so that you don't have to have problems when it's time to get the appraisal done, when it's time to get the inspection done, when it's time to use that money and utilize it. We're here for you. Don't use and waste the opportunity. If you know somebody, what would they call? I'll give you my number, 954-248-9149, 954-248-9149. Call. You also said something else too, Madam President. We got other programs out there, and we're still adding to that. Wow, this is what we're doing.
So there's so many different programs that you can layer on. There's MDEED. There's Broward County. Broward County has several different municipalities that have monies. I like to tell the story of last Christmas. I had a listing in Plantation. It was a condo. the agent was scared to tell me that she had grant funds. And then finally, when I asked for all of the proof of financing, wanted to see the stuff from the lender, she said, well, I have a grant. She said, is it going to be a problem? I said, not at all. How much is the grant? I verified that the money was there, $40,000.
Wow.
We were able to put a lady in the house before Christmas for $40,000. Do you know how huge that is?
Wow.
That is.
$40,000. I keep saying it because, she was scared to tell me, and our listing agents, we have to do better.
Talk about that.
Please talk about that.
We need to do better because if you verify, you do the work, you verify that the funds are already earmarked for that client, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
You just got to work with your sellers as well and let them know that, hey, we can't close in 21 days, but we can get you closed in probably less than 45 days.
The key to it is that the listing agent has to be educated. But even, we got to go step and we got to kind of be real is that don't focus on getting a commission. Most times listing agents I've been there, so maybe y'all don't know about it, but I've been there where I wanted my commission and I needed my commission, okay? Yeah. And so I couldn't see past 30 days. But now we have to be able to educate, and we have to be able to educate our sellers to let them know that it is okay to wait longer than 30 days to get that $40,000.
And guess what, Dr. Karen? Sometimes it ends up being 40 days. 40 days anyhow, because
thank you, because it's always something.
We gotta extend the inspection period.
Yes,
we gotta extend because of an appraisal. We gotta extend because of a loan approval.
Wow,
you end up being at 45 days anyhow. So what's the difference?
Wow,
just wait, people. Let's get this money.
Yes.
As part of one of the requirements, we talk about education. One of the requirements for obtaining the grants and also the fundings that NAREB will be is you do have to complete the 8-hour course.
Right.
There's an 8-hour, it's a HUD certified course, and there's different certification classes out there that you can take.
We have some of our members in NAREB. They even have that.
Danny Felton, which is our second national vice president. He has a class.
We rocking South Florida.
We have so many people that are doing classes. There's classes down south with Trinity. I don't want to start naming names because I don't want to forget anyone.
Right. Yes.
But we
do have quite a few people.
Sharon McClennan has one. Again, another. What is Sharon's exact title?
I think she's a national director with NAREB. She's a national director.
So Budget and finance, I believe. Yes. Budget and finance. And she's a broker, but she's an accountant by trade, I believe.
Oh, she just rocked the house.
Yes,
whatever she is, she can do it all. We just say she can do it all. And she's connected with us, so we love Sharon.
She's on our board as well. So there are several classes out there in Broward Day. There are classes in Palm Beaches. So there's classes everywhere and we just had a segment with Bank of America on Thursday. We filled the house with real estate professionals.
And I was just about to tell you to touch on that.
We wanted to educate the realtors on the Bank of America program and how they can layer that program and how we're working with them and how NAREB will come in and give some money as well. All of the programs that Bank of America talked about, I was like, okay, sign me up.
Exactly.
Wow.
They had so many different programs, and again, it's talking to renters and telling them you can get a house. I think one of the programs, when it was all said and done, possibly $2,000 at most, I think a person would end up coming out of their pocket.
Wow. 1%. I think it was like 1%.
Yeah, it was very minimum.
Wow.
So this is what we want to do. We want to help everyone. We want to get them in homes, and that's our goal.
Exactly. Just how NAREB is, we partnering up with MD. Talk about how they increased as well because due to the housing market, but they increased their down payment assistance
to $28,000.
Yes.
I remember back in the day when I first came into NAREB, Claudienne Hibbert brought me in. She set me up. But Claudienne always said she knew that I had some leadership in me, and she was trying to bring it out because I had the corporate background. I have 20 plus years in corporate sales, graduated from Nova with a business degree. So she was like, I know you have it in you, but I didn't know I had it in me.
Fast forward to this day.
Exactly.
And
Fast forward
I'm
now.
the president of
Exactly.
South Florida Board of Realtors.
Wow, isn't that a blessing?
It's a blessing. It is. I've had some great mentors in real estate that have guided me. It hasn't been easy, but I've had some good mentors. But back to the money.
You stop me. Wait, I stop. Wait, okay, back to the money. Show me the money.
One thing about it, we have a president that's ready to put some money in your hands to get you in their property.
Wow.
So back to the money. MD has money. They've increased the limits. And I was saying back in the day when I first came into NAREB, when Corriolan had brought me in, the minimum was $205,000
Purchase price.
Wow. Now, don't quote me on this, but I believe the minimum now is $352.
I think it is too.
$352 that you can for purchase for Miami-Dade. Then they'll give you $28,000.
There's so much money out here still.
Let me correct myself. There's no limit. Infield is $352.
There's no limit now.
Right. There's no limit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then you think about it. FHFA raised their limit. Conventional. Then FHA increased their limits. All of these new increases for January 1st.
Wow.
We're going to sell some houses.
We're going to sell some houses. So we got to go around and give out our numbers again. And as I always say, do not be afraid to call in for the information. You won't know if you can get a house. Forget what your credit looks like. Forget what money you have. At least go ahead and call in and get the information. I'm Dr. Karen Lewis. I'm the broker at K1 Realty Group. I'm one of your hosts on the Real on. I'm about to talk about the Real on Real Estate Radio. Let's talk SoFlo Real Estate Radio, 954-248-9149. And I'll give you the information. I'll educate you. I'll share information with you. Tamika, Alicia, and Madam President, give out your information.
Tamika Moses, broker of Robin Burr Realty. I can be reached at 954-404-4646.
And Madam Sonya Hickman, I am the president for the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, South Florida Board of Realtors, and I can be reached at 954-658-3925.
Alicia?
Yes, and this is Alicia Wright, realtor with K1 Realty Group, also known as Real Estate Her First on Instagram. You can always reach me at 954-203-8826.
Okay, here's a question. How does the NAREB first-time home buyer work if my client took the first-time home buyer through Bank of America? She took the class with Trinity already.
So the applications will be ready in mid-January. I know it's a process with the Bank of America program. I'm not sure where this individual is in the program, but they can reach out to Muhammad. They're probably working with Muhammad and Hakeem Muhammad, and then he will send them to me. We are just piggybacking on their program. If they're ready, they have a house already, they have their realtor, we'll get them an application. If everything is a go, we will give them up to $1,000.
And there's a criteria. So now, even if they're not with those programs and they're with someone else, they still can call, and there's an application that they have to complete.
So
and it's going
we are basically looking for people that are getting some type of grant assistance.
Okay, all right.
And we want to piggyback on all of the grants that they're receiving. So if they're going through the Bank of America, if they're going through Chase has a program, if they're going through Citi has a program, if they're going through TD has a program, MD, Broward County, all of these various places that have some type of grant programs. We want to piggyback on any grant they have to help them.
Do you all hear all of these grant programs that are out here through all these major banks in the cities? It's no way possible that you cannot get into a home today.
And here's the thing about it. A lot of these programs that you're hearing about, yes, some of them do require for you to stay in the homes 10 years, 15 years. I can't quote what the exact years are on each program, but dang, y'all be renting for 20 years.
Exactly.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
10 years ago by fast.
What would you tell a buyer who's listening to you right now that they are literally just afraid their credit is 500 and they just figure that even if I call you, it's not going to work and I want a home? What would be your response?
The first thing you do is you got to pick up the phone and make the call. You just have to get out of your way. And when you pick up that phone and make the call, maybe if your credit is 500, Bank of America just told us that you can have a credit score of 500, exactly. But we just need to understand why you missed that payment. Maybe you don't have a lot of credit, so you missed that one payment because, you were out of town. You didn't have it set up on auto. So you miss a payment, they're going to dock you 25, 50 points anyhow. But I don't know why the credit bureau does that. You miss it 30 days and they want to be able to get an explanation. They want to see that you do have a history of stable employment. You pay your rent. They're using that as credit.
Exactly.
They're using your light, your phone. They want to see how you pay things. If you are paying things on time, maybe you don't have a lot of credit. There's people that don't have a lot of credit, but their credit is below 600. It's not that they're not paying. You miss one payment. What does that say on your credit bureau? 6-7 years?
Wow.
That's just, I think that's evil anyhow.
Yeah, I truly do.
Set up.
Exactly.
We're not even going to talk about credit.
That's a whole other thing. Yeah.
I do think that that's evil, but we do, I encourage people renting, pick up the phone. You don't have to call me. You don't have to call Tamika, Dr. Karen.
No, I need you to call me. I need you to call me. Corrections. We changing that around.
Call us.
Call us.
But pick up the phone.
But the first thing to do, pick up the phone. That is the first step.
Wow.
Make the call.
You said something powerful. You said, get out of your way. Get out of your way and pick up the phone. Wow, that's powerful. Alicia? Okay, I keep calling your name because I don't
Yes,
want...
I'm here.
I'm
here.
Okay. I didn't want to miss you, that's all. So if you got something, you can chime in. Anything? Okay. All right, so somebody before I go to the next question.
You can go ahead and go to the next question. You asked some wonderful questions. This is a great topic. And Sonya's getting so many jewels.
Thank you.
I didn't even know she was that talkative. I'm like, wow, she just got this thing. I'm like this right here, Madam President.
I'm chatty patty when it really comes down to it. I'm a talker.
You're passionate about this thing too.
I do. I work with a lot of first time home buyers. I put a lady in a home. She's a medical professional. When that $25,000 came out for Hero,
wow. You jumped on it. Put her in a home. She got $18,000. She said she don't care about paying that back at the end. She said, I ain't selling my home for a while. By then, when I sell my home, she said, I'm going to have $200,000 in equity. Here, take your money. That's what she told me. Wow. But it's because you educated her, and then you were willing to ride with her throughout the entire process on it. And that's what we need. We need these type of realtors. We need these type of professionals to be able to do that and not just go here and not strategize with them and educate them.
And so before I will take you out in the streets, we have to sit down and have a buyer's consultation. Right. I do listing presentations because I have to be able to connect with you, to see you. I have people that send me properties. Hey, can you show me this?
Wow. That's powerful.
And I let them know it's not that I don't want to work with you, but I need to schedule an appointment because I need to walk you through the process of what's going on from step by step by step by step by step. And I let them know where I'm a SME, subject matter expert. I'm not a mortgage professional. I'm not an inspector. I'm not an appraiser. I can touch on those. I have enough knowledge to tell you about them, but I'm not a mortgage professional. Why is it that clients are always scared to call their lender?
Right.
Yeah. They call me.
Right. So
they'll call.
Why is that?
They'll call a realtor and ask the realtor, what you think my payment gonna be? What? Call the mortgage.
So let's educate them right now. Let's just give them a quick education. So there, as a real estate, we're going to deal real estate professional. We are going to deal with your house. When you need to know about your money, your interest rate, your mortgage payment, your everything, all in reference to numbers, you're going to call your lender. And do not be afraid to call anybody. There's a team that you have to deal with when you go through the real estate process. And everybody that's on that team, do not be afraid to talk to them, because remember, at the end of the day, who's going to sign on the dotted line? You're going to sign on that dotted line. So make sure that you're not afraid to talk to them. If you're afraid to talk to them, then you need to have a check with your own self, and don't be afraid, because and I tell you, if you need to ask that question 1,000 times, there are some people don't want to, but you go ahead and ask that question, because a lot of times, Madam President and Madam VP, people are scared because they don't want to ask that same question. This is our everyday work. We do this right here. So even if we say something the first time, we may have to backtrack and go and say that same thing over to them.
It's interesting that you say that, because I've had clients to say, in their first-time home buyers, I know this may be a dumb question, or this may be a stupid question. I tell them, you're a first-time home buyer. Nothing is a dumb or stupid question. Ask me as many times as you want to. I usually give them a booklet. And in that booklet, it has a full contract in there. It's a dummy contract.
That's right.
With all the addendums, so that when it's time to sign their contract, we've gone through their contract already, and they understand, okay, what are all these numbers? Okay, this is my inspection that she talked about. This is my closing date. It's not Greek to them, the addendums that they're signing. I give them the lead-based addendum, HOA, condo, whatever that they may be signing that's from me, I give it to them. We talk about
front. Wow, that's awesome.
I give them a whole booklet, and I tell them, and I set it up this way: when you sign that contract, you got your lender, you got your title company, you got myself. It's a whole team of people. We disperse, and it's like go. Everybody goes in different directions, but we're all on the same email chain. Everybody knows what's going on together.
Love it.
That's what we do, and that's how we really help people.
I love it. It's time for us to go. Okay, so wait a minute. We're going to close out.
Oh, close out. We got to talk about something.
We got 2 more minutes. Come on,
okay, so December 14th at 6 p.m. at the Tower Club in Los Olas in Fort Lauderdale, we are having our holiday gala. It's a masquerade gala, so come with your dresses on and your masquerades. They're not mandatory, but it makes it fun. And we are raising toys for Larkdale Elementary in Lauderdale Hill. This was a school that was about to be closed. They were an F school. They're points away from becoming a B school right now.
Awesome.
It is the amazing principal and her staff that she has in place that has done amazing things. These toys, for a lot of the unfortunate families, we're going to give them to them. We want you guys to come, show up. You can go online to narebsf.com and purchase your ticket. Even if you're interested in sponsorship, you can call me at 954-658-3925. I've had people that can't come, but they've dropped $100 or $200 in there. We want you guys to come.
And it's for a good cause, too.
It's for a good cause as well.
It's December the 14th. It's at 6 p.m. And you can have fun at the same time. And you can donate.
Yeah.
And
have food
if
and
you
drinks.
want to sponsor, we actually just reach out and sponsor for a good cause. It's time for us to go. Give out your number.
My name is Sonya Hickman. I am your National Association of Real Estate Brokers, South Florida Board of Realtors president. I can be reached at 954-658-3925.
Hi, my name is Tamika Moses, broker of Robin Bird Realty, and I can be reached at 954-404-4646, and I'm also the VP of South Florida Board of Realtors.
Alicia, real fast.
This is Alicia Wright, Real Estate Her First, 954-203-8826.
I'm Dr. Karen Lewis, 954-248-9149. Don't forget the gala. It is December 14. Come and join us. Even if you're not a real estate professional, we still want you to join us, and we want you to sponsor us because it's for a good cause. It's for giving back to the community, and it's for helping home buyers in our community because we're going forceful. We're going to push it so that we can increase home ownership. And thank you all for joining us. Let's Talk SoFlo Real Estate Radio Show. Madam President, it was a pleasure to have you on us, and we're signing off. Make it a super Saturday. All right.